Hey all you spear cretins. Welcome to the YugiTube series that no one asked for, and yet everyone wanted. Progression Playoffs. The Bad End. Gavin, why is it called The Bad End? Why are you making videos? What can we expect to see? I am here to do war crimes, not answer your questions. And milk my friend's content. Without further ado, let the bullshit commence. Here's my polls and here's the cards that matter. Psychic Snail. Maybe Destructotron. Oystermeister for the future. Playset of Psychic Commander. 1 Dark Resonator, 3 Krebons. This card will see play, but I'm not playing it because it burns us. Mecha Bunny because it burns them. Mind Master because it's insane. Dr. Cranium. It looks like bullshit is back on the menu. No. Funny, but no. This card is really, really good and no one knows what it does. Yes. Ooh. 9 Book of Eclipse. Maybe. Yes. Yes. Very happy. Pot of Avarice. This is the removal and we only got 1. There's no big piece golem here. There's no big piece golem anywhere. It's a rare. We could have had 1 big piece golem. Okay? 1? No. We do got medium piece golem though. I couldn't get more than 1 copy of this. We don't have an extra deck. So here's the deck and why I did what I did. You already know what it looks like. I'm just going to talk about why did I put these cards in my deck, since I got so much hate for it, and I'm sure you all hated me for it as well. Ghost Gardna, there was a 1900 cap potentially on the amount of attack your dudes had, so this was a wall that wasn't named this. Genus. How do you pronounce this card? I'm going to go with Yenis. So Yenis can only be beat in this format by Psy Station summon Psychic Snail, which is a play that as soon as Liam made me terrified, because I thought that Yenis was just going to shut out everything because even Big Piece Golem can't get over her. Now you will also notice that I put 3 copies of Lightsworn Barrier in my deck because I'm hilarious and I'm always looking for some sort of cancer synergy that I can pull out of my creative brain hole. So Yenis and Lightsworn Barrier creates a situation where if you attack, I'm going to mill 2, negate the attack, gain 500 and then burn then 500, which in a world where Psychics are the best deck and Psychics pay life points, now this life gain and this burn starts to matter. So I'm like 2 card combo, which if I open playing 3 cards that are already a good wall, I can afford to put 3 bricks in my deck. 3 Battle Tuned. This card is insane and no one knows what it does. 3 Book of Eclipse. I am the only one on the face of this progression series that knows what this card is done, that knew what this card did pre-episode. This card is not Book of Moon. You do not use it as a quick play to set one of their dudes face down so that they can't synchro or attack your dude. You play this card on your turn to flip. You know, you're all constructed players. You play this on your turn to flip their big dude face down so that you can summon your slightly smaller dude that can get over their defense. That's what this card is for. This is an out. This is not protection. This is a removal spell. We played as many of this as we could because it wound up being very good, and we had a sneaking suspicion that it was going to be. I wound up playing 2 over 3 overworked because I didn't want to brick on it, but this is the primary removal spell because as you see, cards like Battle Tuned and Psychic Commander does not increase the attacks, and not that, but also Fighting Spirit and Unstable Evolution are running around, so actually overworked is prime removal for this format. We only played 2 because we didn't want to brick on it. Need no discussion outside of Pot of Avarice being the best card in the game. Some stuff that didn't make the cut that we were considering was the other Ghost Gardnas, The Mind Master. Okay, Mind Protector. This card has more defense than Yenis. It makes it the biggest defense card in the game. You cannot get over this card with Psychic Snail Psi Station. However, this card is going to kill you, and I didn't want to play any cards in my deck that were going to kill me. Yeah, I think we're going to see a game where we saw a game where Leah left it up, and I was like, fine, this card is going to kill you. I don't got to do anything about it, and I didn't want to be in that position. Cool, but we thought about, and then we realized that we considered the shockers, but again, too small, boy, too small. I didn't like this at all. I kind of regretted it when I started to watch the games, but I did not in the end. Everyone got all their jimmies in a rustle for this card, and I just, it doesn't excite me. Didn't make the cut, and will probably might make the cut next time because of how crazy Battle-Tuned is. You already watched these games. We're not going to watch them again. I just wanted to highlight a few things. The primary highlight here being the Gavin is greater than the Synchro Monster. So once again, Mind Protector, like, ooh, burned for 5. I'll just leave that up. Brent goes, summon Psychic Commander, send, Go-Yo Guardian, holy crud, there's a Go-Yo Guardian, and it's gone. Ooh, synchros are bad. This situation, now that I'm looking at it, forces a hilarious scenario where I was going to leave up the Mind Protector forever until Leah dies, but it really pressures her to synchro with it. And I've got a Mind Over Matter set, and it's just all free money for me. I can see why Mind Protector, you're like, ooh, yeah, I'll play it, and it's not going to stay on the field for forever, because it's only going to stay on for as long as I need to defend before I can go into my synchro, which should be pretty soon after. But really, it just also gives your opponent time to be ready for that synchro play, which, let's just skip ahead. She gains some life points. She searches the deck. She disconnects because this game was atrocious. Yep, and there's the Go-Yo. This next play needs no introduction. Beautiful. I could not have asked for a scenario more perfect after Joseph said the number of things that he said about this card. I'm just saying, consider the removal available when you're talking about making a bunch of monsters one monster that may be easily removed by something like a summon negate. That's all I'm saying is consider the range of removal before you start doing this.
We should just start putting things on them.
It's Stardust Dragon.
Let's go. We are banning this card. Holy fucking moly! I'm so mad about this.
Why?
Are you serious? Is this an actual question? Why am I mad about Stardust Dragon? It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it took 3 cards to summon, so it's not.
It took 2 cards to summon. The Resonator and the level 5 Telekinetic Shocker. And it outs every piece of removal that currently exists.
Well, it's technically still 3. You need the Psi Station on board.
Real quick, before we go, let's take a moment to speak poorly of our friends. Danny's showing off his skill here by pulling Big Piece Golem, 3 telepathic power, and the Tricky. Brent pulled 3 Big Piece Golem. Well, we know what we're banning. That is, if we ever get a chance to ban a card! There are 3 telepathic power in Leah's main deck, but in lieu of looking at that, I'm showing you this, because she's a sack. Speaking of extra deck cards, Go-Yo Guardian was a good ban. Stardust Dragon, Alright, I'm really not supposed to tell anybody about this. And I may be fearing for my life after I let this information out into the public. But the reason... Oh, here, come closer. Come closer. Let me just make myself... Just... Yeah, there we go. Okay. The reason why cards like Stardust Dragon get banned is because the bans are actually orchestrated by the secret Rothschild shadow government. Yeah. Cards don't get banned in progression playoffs unless the Rothschilds tell us to ban them. Two big piece golem, 3 telepathic power, 2 mind over matter, and a magical android, and this dude has the audacity to whine about Stardust Dragon the entire episode. In the words of a Yu-Gi-Oh player worse than I, here we are back with the deck, and I will be accepting no criticism. I won, and that means that all of my deck building decisions were correct. Ingenious, ingenious, and we have successfully achieved the first bad end of the 5Ds series. Tune in next time for Crossroads of Chaos when things have the potential to get much, much worse for our friends who are forced to play this game with us. Until then, my spear cretins, may your opponents never find their spell and trap removal. Happy bad end, y'all!